friends, I hope that you are good wherever you are, and I'm excited to come on today and share with you something which is going to be like a prelude to the next little series of YouTube videos that I'm going to be doing, probably not back to back, but spread over a period of time, where I practically explore the different steps of the abundance approach that I talked about in a few videos ago. And the thing I want to say here, before I share this kind of mini-series that I'm going to be working on over the next few months, is that what is critically important in recovery is that you are not just talking about abundance. You're not just showing your body and brain abundance through having things in the fridge and having this and having that, and that you are actioning it. It's so important to make sure that this is not just something you're talking about. You're not just saying to yourself, oh, well, you do have unconditional permission and you do have abundance. You need to make sure that you are actioning those things into your body's reality. And the truth is, when you have been engaging with an eating disorder, when you have been in an energy deprived state, in a food scarce environment, according to what your body has learned through your actions, for a period of time, sometimes what you have to do is force yourself to make changes. It's a little bit like the concept of mechanical eating. You have to force yourself to enact these changes in order to awaken your body's awareness that those are not just things you're talking about, that they are actually reality. It's no good just saying to yourself that food is abundantly available. It's no good just thinking, oh, well, if I did want to have as much as I wanted, I could, but then be still sitting down with that same portion that you'd normally have. And it's it's one thing to be saying to yourself, well, I have filled the cupboards up and I could have anything from these cupboards that I want. But then actually you're not doing that. You're continuing to do the same thing that you would normally do with the same portions or the same quantity of things or the same approach to eating those things. It's no good just saying. You have to show your body that that is the reality. And often what that means initially is forcing yourself. It is forcing yourself to go and to plate up a much bigger portion than you even think you want in that moment. It is your job to force yourself to actually go to those cupboards and to make yourself a massive snack platter and to go and sit down with it and to eat it, to make the tin of abundance and to actually not just have it as an ornament that sat in the corner of the room looking nice, but to actually get that tin and bring it to the sofa and sit and eat from it. Sometimes in recovery, very often in fact, you cannot wait for the spontaneous desire to arise for these things because of the fact that, one, for an extended period of time, you have engaged with the eating disorder and that has ingrained habitual behaviour patterns aligned with restriction, and because of fear. And the truth is, a frightened brain tends to do the thing that it usually does. And what I mean by that is it tends to follow the path of least resistance, which is why we so often talk about the necessity for recovery to be non-passive, for it to be proactive, intentional, to attack it, to make it your mission to do these things. And so my message to you today, short and sweet, before I start these series of videos about the individual components of the abundance approach that I used and that helped me so much in my recovery journey, is it is not good enough to just be telling yourself that food is abundantly available. You need to make sure that you are converting that into action, that you are actioning the reality of food abundance. And you need to prepare and predict that initiating this is likely going to require some forced action, some action against resistance, some doing stuff when you think, I don't even really want this right now, and I don't even fancy this, and it's not even what I like, and I don't even think I want that much of it. And all of that resistance that comes up, it's going to require you to act through that, to act straight into it and to do the thing with that resistance present. And the thing is, the you who does that, who gets intentional and proactive with time and repetition and consistency of doing those things, your body will better be able to talk to you. You will be rebuilding that communication line that has been so detrimentally impacted by your eating disorder. So go away right now, here today, because remember, this is a doing space, not just a listening and talking space. Go right now and go and action abundance. Look at that video that I shared. Find one of those things on that list and go and action it today. Because remember, as much as sitting and watching these videos is helpful, listening, watching, reading, it's not going to change anything. You could sit here and watch 1,000 of these videos and it's not going to change the fear that is present, and it's definitely not going to change the fact and the presence of the eating disorder in your life. You have to do it. You have to feel the fear and do it anyway. So go and action abundance.